Okay, hey everyone, hope you can hear me. Great, so I'll present you a bit Cybellum today and actually the concept of cyber digital twins. It's kind of a new concept that we introduced to the cyber world. Digital twins are not a new concept, but cyber digital twins are. And I'll present you a bit why, how it can be kind of a revolutionary technology in the automotive cybersecurity space. So in general, one might ask why, sorry, so this was my first slide. So one way ask why we even need a cyber digital twin technology, right? We have cybersecurity technologies in the automotive space for quite a while now, and we can adopt, IT security technologies for the automotive space. So what's the reason? So basically, as Amir just mentioned before, both the software in the vehicle changes constantly, and it's an agile world. But moreover, the cybersecurity posture constantly changes. And even if you released a vehicle that was perfectly secure and was kind of bulletproof in the day of production, it practically means nothing for the day after that. And it is changing constantly. So for that concept, we think that we can adopt other technologies that can maintain and keep up with that kind of pace. So one of the technologies is digital twins, which is not a new concept. Digital twins are relatively known concept in multiple industries. For example, we know that from the autonomous vehicles and from the Industry 4.0, and it's used for for many use cases from predictive maintenance, analytics, and so on and so forth. In a sense, a digital twin is a replica of a physical device or a physical system, a digital replica, a digital entity. It's basically, once you have this replica, you can create multiple simulation and so on this digital entity without the need to access the hardware itself, the vehicle itself, and so on. So it's very non-intrusive in that sense. And what we basically did is took it to the cyber world. Right? So took this implication of the digital twin and took it to the cyber world. So essentially create a digital replica of a vehicle, but to be used for cybersecurity analytics, for cybersecurity assessments, for any type of penetration testing, for example, and so on. So just think of a vehicle in a digital asset, in a digital artifact that basically encapsulates everything inside from like the bill of materials that was presented in the previous presentation, but moreover, all the interfaces, all the connections between the ECUs, all the full architecture, the full control flow graph. So in a sense, you can create a simulation or an emulation of the vehicle in the cloud. Right, in the cloud or in some backend server without the need to go to the vehicle itself. And that's basically the power of the cyber digital twin. So you can pretty much automate all your security things without on this digital entity. So the process and how we, for example, do it in Cybellum is we take a system, an ECU or a full vehicle, and then map all the systems that are inside, right? So you can map the infotainment system, the telematics system, the brakes ECU, all the various components and the various domains that you have in the vehicle. Create a full digital replica of the vehicle that you can basically simulate in the backend environment. And the real thing here is that you need to create it continuously, meaning with every new patch, every new update, every new whatever change in configuration in the vehicle, you need basically to keep this digital entity up to date. And you do that by integrating to all of the backend systems, to all the PLM and ALM system, to the product lifecycle management, application lifecycle management, and moreover, you integrate to over-the-air update systems. Like, for example, in Cybellum, we have an integration to the Harman over-the-air update system, where you can continue with every over-the-air update that is going into the vehicle. The digital twin is also being updated, so you constantly maintain the latest version of each vehicle that is running on the road. And on top of that, basically, you can run all the analysis that you want without, again, access to the vehicle itself. So this is kind of an architecture of the platform that Cybellum built. So in the essence of that, you have this repository of all the digital twins, or basically all the models of the vehicle. right? So you have, just imagine whatever OEM you are, you have your all series and all models of the vehicle, all configurations based on whatever region in the world they are going to, and you have a digital entity that is emulating each particular model of that. So basically, on top of that, you can perform all type of analysis that you can imagine from a security perspective, be it a vulnerability management, be it a penetration testing. Just imagine penetration testing without the need of the physical to access the vehicle or to access the hardware. You perform everything on those entities, and many other things. From compliance validation, various working products that are required for the ISO 21434 for the regulation, for example, are not required anymore. That you don't need to the whole entire processes to do on in the manufacturing and so on. You can perform then, and all the evidence and the traceability that is needed, you can generate them directly from this Cyber Digital Twin repository. And I can tell you that many of our customers are using today this repository as an evidence, and those working products as an evidence for the regulator or for the auditor for the ISO 21434, or as a preparation for the upcoming WP29. So that's it. We are, so maybe just a word about us. Cybellum today is, we've been around for almost 6 years. We're today deployed in production in a couple of the biggest OEMs around the globe, from Jaguar Land Rover, Nissan, Toyota, Audi, BMW, and also on the tier 1 side. Companies like Denso and Harman and Faurecia, just to name a few. And recently we've been acquired, and we are part of the LG Group today, which is also one of the biggest tier 1s in the world. And we are also here if anyone would like to hear more about digital twins or cybersecurity or anything in automotive. Thank you, guys.